Tēnā koutou, tēnā koutou, tēnā koutou katoa. A Māori warm welcome for this international crowd, which this evening includes tangata whenua from Aotearoa, New Zealand. Growing up there, I still vividly remember the scenes and stories of racial segregation and discrimination playing out 7,000 miles away under the appalling apartheid regime that governed South Africa from 1948 until the early 1990s. We protested from afar to support the heroes on the ground who were risking their lives to end the abhorrent system of institutionalised racism. For decades, Atlas Network has been championing the work of those heroes who stand against such injustices, those who stand for human dignity and for human freedom and for human flourishing. Sir Antony Fisher, the founder of Atlas Network, believed in these ideals wholeheartedly. That's why he dedicated his life to promoting free enterprise, individual liberty, and opportunity. The Sir Antony Fisher Achievement Award is given annually to one individual who's made exceptional contributions to the freedom movement in their lifetime. On behalf of the board and staff of Atlas Network, I am very proud to introduce the recipient of the Sir Antony Fisher Achievement Award 2023, Temba Nolutshungu. Imagine growing up in apartheid South Africa. Every day you face challenges, injustice, and conflict. But against all these hardships, you find the strength to fight and stand up for what is right. And because of your efforts, you face great risks, and yet you persist. This is the story of Temba. Temba bravely fought the evil apartheid regime of South Africa. He knew injustice when he saw it, and he was willing to sacrifice for what is right. He was imprisoned twice and tortured in solitary confinement for his work with the Black Consciousness movement. At the time, he embraced communism because, as Temba observes, the government was so repressive and it condemned socialism. Therefore, socialism must be good. But his intellectual curiosity led him to ask the question I wish more people would ask. Why don't communist countries work? Why do people have to be forced to stay? And why do they fight to flee? Alexander Solzhenitsyn's Gulag Archipelago opened his eyes. Temba took a hard look at North Korea compared to South Korea, at West Germany compared to East Germany, and came to appreciate that classical liberalism, with its focus on the dignity of each person, best reflected human nature and created the opportunity he had been wanting for his people and his country to thrive. We, friends of Atlas Network, often arrive with a generic appreciation for the concept of this wide-ranging association of independent, collaborative civil society organisations. Often there is that one project or organisation that makes us really fall in love. For me, it was Temba and his Kaya Lam project, establishing property titles for blacks in the townships of South Africa, and I was so proud of Atlas Network's support. This year, that project celebrated a huge milestone. They have now facilitated over 10,000 titles. That is 10, That is 10,000 families that now have the security of their own home, a legacy for their children, and a crucial source of capital for their livelihoods. For 5 decades now, Temba and his colleagues at the Free Market Foundation have shown how principles of free societies can be put into practice for everyone. Now, a different kind of identity politics threatens to erode the rule of law in South Africa, and Temba and his colleagues again stand on principle to protect property rights for people of all races. Today, Temba chairs the board of the directors of the Centre for Development and Enterprise in Burundi. He is the director of the Free Market Foundation. He is a council member of South Africa's Institute of Race Relations. He is an inspiration and a champion of the growing freedom movement in Africa.